It's a day of rehearsal for members of Columbia, South Carolina's Unbound Dance Company. They are preparing for an upcoming performance which will kick off a fashion show.
What if you guys literally pulled me this way?
Unbound has been hired to set the tone for the evening.
It's like cheerleaders. You want to get the audience hyped up and excited about what's about to come.
3 and 4, 5.
Several years ago, the producers of the fashion show would have had nowhere to turn to find a dance team like Unbound in Columbia. Likewise, many of these dancers would not have had a place where they could express themselves and exhibit their skills.
I had been teaching at Southern Strut Dance Studios for about 10 years at the time, and I saw tons and tons and tons of talent go through that studio. And then these girls went on to college and they didn't dance again. You had a choice in contemporary jazz. You either went to college and quit dancing, or you moved to Los Angeles and auditioned and things like that. And it's a very, very competitive market.
So Susan Dabney Hancock founded Unbound to give dancers an opportunity to continue doing what they loved. Dancers such as Stephanie Nye.
It gives me an opportunity to keep moving and dancing. That's what I think is great about Unbound. You don't have to stop dancing once you reach 20 years old. You can still keep going and being creative. It gives me a different outlet.
We just went 1, 2.
Caroline Lewis-Jones was brought on to be the company's artistic director, and it became a place where all types of dancing and all types of dancers could coexist.
Most people think of just ballet when they think of Columbia, but we wanted to show that, okay, not just ballet exists. When I look for dancers, I want a dancer that can do everything and that can express themselves in many different ways.
It was a perfect fit for many, including English Cousins, as she could be featured doing the moves she knew best, but at the same time, she could learn and grow.
I came from this very serious modern background to something more free and more liberal, but equally as technical, based off of where the other dancers have been in their careers.
In any given performance for Unbound, there might be elements of ballet, jazz, contemporary, and all sorts of other types of dance.
It poses the challenge, but what comes out is so great because you get to see all these different levels, all these different types of people come together and putting the choreography together.
I absolutely love the style of movement. It's very eclectic.
The atmosphere is much different than what many dancers experience in their younger years. It's all about competition for many studios, but this is dance for the love of dance.
They're so used to competing competition kids on the weekends and things like that, that they just felt like this was just an outlet. They could finally just dance to dance.
In an attempt to reflect what the company is all about, those in charge sought the perfect name. Undefined was the first choice, but that was taken by a local magazine, so they settled on Unbound.
And the idea that we're not bound to anything, like what you just said, we're not bound to any genre.
We're not restricted by any one theme. We're not ballerinas, we're not just jazz, we're not just this. We're all of the above. We're unbound, we have no limits, and that's how we want to keep it.
It's like limitless. You know, I don't have any boundaries. I can do whatever I want to.
That attitude and dance without limits was appealing to dancers, but also to the public once Unbound finally took to the stage.
Our first review that we ever got was Unbound. The opening line in the state newspaper was, "Unbound, the company Columbia has been waiting for."
As for the structure of the group, it is technically a professional company.
The dancers are paid for every single thing they do. I kind of pride myself on that. I won't let them do anything. Even if they make 20 bucks, they make 20 bucks.
And it has attracted a high caliber of dancer, each possessing a tremendous amount of ability.
Every single one of the dancers you saw today, for sure, could have danced professionally, I believe in my heart.
Some actually have plans to move on from this to try to find success on another level. Walter Reddick will soon move to Los Angeles. He figures his time with Unbound has been excellent training.
It's very almost as if you were in LA or New York. It's a very professional company, and I think it's very rare where we are in just a smaller state to have something so great and professional as it is. It may not be as hardcore full-time, but it's definitely shows me what it's going to be like.
Others have treated Unbound the same way, as a place to learn and stay sharp while waiting for even bigger opportunities.
As I was auditioning elsewhere, I had a home base here to hone my skills, hone my technique, and stay fit.
As for the future for Unbound, the hope is to continue with its own productions and become even more of a company for hire, as with the fashion show gig.
I definitely want to spread it out and make it larger, and I think it will.
If that's the case, it will remain a place for dancers to go when they might not otherwise have the chance to express themselves.
And it just feels good to help other dancers begin careers and finish careers and stay involved in something that they love to do.
We still have so many great, magnificent dancers here in South Carolina who want to keep participating and want to keep performing, and that shouldn't have to end.
Unbound's really been my home. It's provided all kinds of technical experience, and it's been great for my soul. I love it here.